Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Smequle, and in today's video, we are going to be going over the top 6 worst playoff performances by a single player in NBA history. So this list is going to be filled with a bunch of superstar players that just did terrible in a playoff game. They choked one game, even though they're still great players, they just did terrible in a single game. So starting off at the number 6 spot, I had to do something recent in here, and if you guys are Raptors fans, I'm a Raptors fan myself. I really enjoy this player, but he had such a bad game recently, I had to put it in the list, and we're talking about DeMar DeRozan. So leading into the playoffs, DeMar DeRozan was one of the best players in the league scoring-wise. He actually came 5th in the league for points per game, averaging 27.3 points per game across the whole season, only behind Anthony Davis, Isaiah Thomas, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. So a really superstar group right there. So not too bad that he actually came 5th overall. Really good in the regular season, but for some reason, Raptors players can't transfer it over to the playoffs. And this year in the first round of the playoffs against the Bucks, in game number 3, so DeMar DeRozan ended up getting only 8 points. But the thing about these 8 points is that he did not make a single field goal. He went 0 from 8 from field goal and 0 from 2 for 3-point. He could not make a single shot. The only reason he scored was because of free throws. He could not make any shots, any field goals at all. And this is why I'm putting him at the number 6 spot, because it was such a bad performance. The Raptors got blown out completely. They just got completely destroyed. They lost 104-77. Coming in at our number 5 spot, we got Kobe Bryant in game 6 of the 2008 NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. So even though Kobe was known for his clutch plays, he was such a clutch player in his career, game 6 against the Boston Celtics was not his game, and it really ended up making the Lakers lose that championship to the Celtics. So in game number 6, Kobe shot so bad in the game, he went 7 of 22 for 22 points. And the thing about this game is it started off so close, but because Kobe was shooting so bad, the Celtics end up destroying the Lakers and taking the game by 39 points, and it ended up choking the Lakers season. They ended up losing to the Celtics. Celtics end up winning the championship in this game, and you can blame it on Kobe because he saw such a bad game 6. They ended up losing. Up next on our list, we have Larry Johnson in game 2 of the 1999 NBA Finals. So the New York Knicks were actually supposed to contend for the 1999 NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs, but it just didn't happen, and we could kind of blame it on Larry Johnson. The Knicks ended up losing 4-1 in the season, and it was mostly due to Larry Johnson's poor performance, but his worst of all the games was game number 2, where he managed only 5 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. I mean, he wasn't one of the bigger names, but he choked so hard in this finals that you have to put it on the list. Earning $10 million in salary during the season, you want one of your star players to score more than 5 points in a playoff performance. He was supposed to be putting up over 30 points a game in order to lead the Knicks against the Spurs to the finals, but it just did not end up happening to them because of Larry Johnson's poor performance. Up next, at number 3 on our list, we got Dennis Johnson in game 7 of the 1978 NBA Finals. So Dennis Johnson was a really good player. He actually ended up leading the Seattle Supersonics to the NBA title in 1979, and he also won the Finals MVP. But the same could not be said for the year before. In 1978 of game number 7, when the Supersonics needed Dennis Johnson to do the most, to do the best he could, he ended up losing the title for the Supersonics in game number 7, the final game in the series. All the Supersonics needed for Dennis Johnson to do was have a pretty decent game, and they could have won it. But instead, he ended up going 0 for 14 in the finals game, making the Supersonics lose the title. And pretty much it can all be blamed on Dennis Johnson having such a terrible game. At spot number 2, we have Reggie Miller in Game 1 of the 2000 NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers. So everybody knows Reggie Miller. He's one of the best shooters in NBA history. But in Game number 1 of the 2000 NBA Finals, he did not show up at all. So the Indiana Pacers were facing a powerhouse team in the Los Angeles Lakers, and they needed Reggie Miller to really go off this game so they could beat them. But instead, he just did terrible. Reggie Miller ended up going 1 for 16 shots, getting only 7 points in the game, and it really had a dramatic impact on the series. Because of this Game 1 loss, they weren't able to come back and actually beat the Lakers. The Lakers ended up winning this game in 6. So maybe if Reggie Miller had a better performance in Game 1, they could have pushed it to Game 7 and maybe would have had a chance to win the championship. Coming in at our number 1 shot, we have one of the greatest shooters of all time. Currently, the record holder for three-pointers. You could say Steph Curry is a better three-point shooter, but as of right now, Ray Allen is still the best to ever shoot the three. Unfortunately, though, in Game 3 of the 2000 NBA Finals, Ray Allen was not able to show up. He did not make any of his 13 shots and only scored 2 points. And that's because of field goals, and that's why we're putting him number 1 on the list. 0 for 13. Drozen had that 0 for 8. It was only a first round game, but this is 0 for 13 in the NBA Finals. Could not make a single shot, so that's why he's number 1 on the list. One of the best shooters, and he just completely chokes a game, and it ends up that they ended up losing. Anyways, guys, that's the list, the top 6 worst single game playoff performances by NBA players, by NBA superstars. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments if you like this types of video, if you want me to do more of these. Anyways, guys, this has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
All around the world. To the beach, y'all.